Over half the world's population live in cities today, and that's likely to increase to over 2/3 by 2030. Urban activities are major sources of carbon emissions, increasing Earth's temperature at a pace faster than ever before, and making cities key contributors to climate change. Buildings are among the largest contributors. Day to day, they require energy for lighting, heating, and cooling. As urban populations grow, more buildings must be built, leading to further carbon emissions from manufacturing, transportation of materials to construction sites, and the construction process itself. Cities have the largest number of cars and trucks, and globalization has led to further emissions from rail, air, and marine transportation. As the Earth's temperature rises from increasing carbon emissions, the frequency of extreme weather increases. The burning of fossil fuels to provide energy pollutes the air we breathe. Oceans are increasingly acidic from absorbing carbon emissions, threatening not only marine biodiversity, but also our food supply. Climate change is happening now. But the impacts we currently experience are only a fraction of what future generations will have to confront if we don't act now. Protecting nature is key to preventing climate breakdown, but how can we effectively do so in increasingly concentrated cities?
There is a misconception that for cities to progress, nature has to suffer and vice versa. In fact, by enabling many of us to live together in healthy and sustainable urban environments, cities can create the efficiencies needed to be able to meet their science-based targets on climate change, as well as lessening the footprint of the city on the wider landscape. Nature is key for helping cities adapt to climate change. Urban parks and trees can help reduce temperatures in the city, while green roofs and green pavements can help absorb rainfall from increasingly severe storms, reducing flood risk. Meanwhile, in the watersheds that surround many cities, reducing deforestation and restoring upland forests can also reduce riverine flood risk. So it all means that the cities of the future should actually have much more nature in and around them than they do today. Globally, more than 700 cities have joined the Race to Zero campaign, which is a collective commitment to contribute to a 50% reduction in emissions from cities by 2030 and reach net zero emissions by 2050, the target we have to reach to avoid climate chaos.
In 2021, the Singapore Green Plan, a whole-of-nation movement led by the government, was introduced to advance Singapore's national agenda on sustainable development and to achieve its long-term net zero emission goals. This includes an energy reset, placing focus on renewable and clean energy to power the city. More school programs on sustainability are also being rolled out to promote sustainable living. Sustainability can become the new engine of jobs and growth when companies implement sustainable business practices. New occupations that contribute to mitigating climate change will also make the job market more diversified. Working across sectors, Singapore continues to pursue solutions to achieve its vision of net zero emissions while still meeting people's needs.
Successful climate change mitigation at the scale needed to avert dangerous climate change requires individuals to play their part too. Cities can't deliver on these promises without the support of their citizens. Staying informed and electing leaders who recognise the need to conserve nature helps to ensure the continued success and growth of our green efforts. Individuals also play a role in encouraging companies and organisations to switch to more sustainable practices and sell more environmentally friendly products by simply being their customers. When there's a higher demand for such products, it will also encourage other businesses to rethink their processes to have minimal impact on the environment. And more sustainable goods aren't necessarily more expensive. Simply choosing to buy local instead of overseas products helps to cut emissions from transportation. Or making food choices that have lesser impact on the environment. As demand grows, it enables greener companies and organisations to scale up and costs can become lower. In the end, it's people like you who can be and must be a key part of the solution for your city.
The collaborative effort from governments, businesses, and individuals is key to restoring our Earth and ensuring a brighter and greener future for biodiversity and also our future generations. Join us to discover the value and wonders of biodiversity.